Hey guys, Robbie and Dominic here from the Fitter Ireland project, and we're back again with another mobility video. This time we're going to look at the thoracic spine with regards to mobility. So our test is going to be a shoulder mobility test powered from Grey Cook's functional movement screen. So Dom's just going to show that there now. So he's just going to turn around, put his feet together, and then he's going to put thumbs inside his fists. And then we're just going to look at how close can he get his hands together. And we obviously want to get appreciation for both ways. So show the other side. And so we can, get a measurement here. If you want, you can get someone to maybe measure that for you so you have a bit more of an objective gauge. So the correction technique we're going to use for that, we'll show now in a second, but we just want to go through the benefits. The benefits of it are to increase injury, particularly to the shoulder, and particularly if you're someone who wants to eventually overhead press some weight overhead, because again, going back to things like fat loss, we know that pressing things overhead burns a lot of calories as well. So we want to decrease the injury potential there with that. Improved breathing. Breathing is a huge thing with regards to posture, with regards to stress and balance of your nervous system, particularly autonomic nervous system and stuff like that. But breathing is very, very important with regards to thoracic mobility and shoulder health. And then improved posture. We know everyone nowadays in modern society needs to improve posture. You have a lot of people, the computer guy, the computer girl, you got a lot of people who want to look like they've got bigger boobs and better chests, so that's another thing too. So I'm going to get Dominic to show how we can correct that posture with thoracic spine, improve mobility. So he's going to do some thoracic extensions, we're going to extensions over the foam roller. So the key things is that he supports his head with his hands. As you can see, he brings his rib cage to his pelvis, so he's not disassociated, and he just might roll up and down to work on the soft tissue structures, so the muscles in around the upper back. And another thing he can do then is go into some extension over the roller. So he may put his hips out on the ground and then just extend over and come back up a few times, like mini crunches. Another thing you can also use then, as beside Dominic here, are little, what would you call these, Dominic?
I think it's almost like a double lacrosse ball. And you're going to need some smaller tools like this to work in on the shoulders, because there's a lot more going on as compared to, let's say, the legs.
Yeah.
So I can take one of the lacrosse balls, stick it in on my upper back, and then just root around and find what areas of the shoulder that you're tight in, and you'll be very surprised in certain areas and how they then relate to the front of your shoulder. So if you're experiencing pain at the front of your shoulder, how that then relates to what's going on in the rear, which is very, very common. You can also use this in your upper back, and again, like doing those extensions over that small, and they could just be two lacrosse balls together. So it's just getting some tools together for yourself that you can perform some basic maintenance on yourself all the time, so you can fix your own problems.
Yeah.
And just a small point, when we were testing there earlier, you might have noticed that my right shoulder is tighter than my left. So as we were trying to do the pairing up of the fists, so again, that's something to kind of look at from an individual point of view, that if you have one side that's tighter than another, then obviously give it a little bit more time. It's more common for the person to be tight on the side that they're more dominant with, because that's their texting and their mouse hand and their driving hand. So it's a bit more, it's a bit prudent to kind of keep working on the side that's a little bit tighter. So overall, once you've done your mobility work, you might fix it with some exercises then as well. So that could be something as simple as a press-up. So if you have a press-up, a bench at home, you're going to push a position, and then you can take it through that.
So if this is you're at home on your counter worktop or a chair, you're just going to basically put your hands on it. The key things for the push-up is we want to keep this spine in a nice neutral position, and neutral is going to be different for some people. What we don't want is what Dominic's doing here, which is too much extension of the lower back. We want nice tight abs, nice tight butt. He's going to screw his hands into the bench, fingers spread out. As he goes down into the bottom position, he's going to pull his shoulder blades together, stay nice and tight, and then push back up. Good stuff.
And again, like if you're starting out, that could obviously be a countertop, and as you get a little bit more experienced, you reduce the distance between you and the floor. So it's applicable to all everybody's level. Once you've done that a couple of times, over the course of, let's say, 5 minutes, you can again go back to your test and retest, and you should notice an improved range of motion. You'll tend to find that shoulders are one of those areas that tend to make progress very, very slowly, so just be patient. But overall, it's going to help you move and perform a whole lot better, and make sure you stay injury-free so you can feel, look, and perform at your best.
That's it. See you guys.
Thanks for your time.